Hey everyone, welcome back to Tales from the Attic. In today's episode, we're taking a deep dive into the mind of one of history's most influential psychologists, Carl Jung, and exploring how his ideas can shine a light on the dark maze of addiction. I'll show you how Jung's insights reveal that addiction isn't merely a choice, it's a cry for wholeness, a manifestation of inner wounds, and ultimately, a challenge that we can overcome from the inside out. To understand Jung's approach, let's start with his view of the human psyche. Jung believed that much of who we are resides in the unconscious, those hidden layers that house our dreams, repressed emotions, and the so-called shadow, which is the part of ourselves we often deny or avoid acknowledging. He taught that when these elements remain unintegrated, they can drive us to seek patterns of behavior that temporarily fill our inner void. For many, that void becomes the fertile ground on which addiction takes root, a desperate attempt to feel whole or to escape internal pain. According to Jung, addiction is not simply about substance use or behavior for pleasure, it's a symbol of our spiritual thirst. He once noted that addictive tendencies often emerge when we're disconnected from our true self. In other words, the compulsive need for that dopamine rush is a misguided attempt to bridge a gap within ourselves. This isn't a matter of moral failing or weak willpower, it's a clear signal from deep within, urging us to address the parts of our psyche that remain unexplored or in pain. Jung was also known for his work with patients struggling with addiction. He believed that a vital spiritual experience, a powerful, often life-changing inner conversion, could be the turning point for those caught in the clutches of addiction. One of his notable cases involved a patient, Roland H., who repeatedly came to him seeking help for alcoholism. Jung advised that only a deep encounter with the inner self, a sort of emotional and spiritual rebirth, could break the cycle of dependency. This idea resonated with early pioneers of Alcoholics Anonymous, who began to see recovery as much more than just stopping the behavior, but as a journey towards reclaiming the self. At the heart of Jung's philosophy lies the concept of individuation, the process of integrating all aspects of the self, including those we usually keep hidden. Recovery, when seen through a Jungian lens, is not just about abstaining from harmful behaviors. It's about engaging in the emotional work required to understand and integrate the parts of ourselves that we've long ignored. By confronting our shadow and embracing our true feelings, we can methodically transform the very framework of our thoughts and behaviors, paving the path to lasting recovery and personal growth. Jung didn't just diagnose the problem, he offered a way forward. His insights remind us that the battle against addiction is fought on the psychological and spiritual front. When we begin to see addiction as a disease of the mind, a complex interplay of repressed emotions, unfulfilled needs, and the longing for wholeness, we open ourselves up to deeper methods of healing. Therapy, introspection, and community support can help us work through these hidden wounds. By addressing the root causes rather than simply fighting the symptoms, we can build a recovery that is both profound and enduring. Today, we've seen how Carl Jung's teachings illuminate the often overlooked emotional and spiritual dimensions of addiction. Recognizing that addiction is not a mere series of choices, but an urgent call from the unconscious for healing and integration, is a powerful step toward recovery. Thank you for joining me on this journey of introspection and hope. If you've ever felt that your own or a loved one's struggle with addiction was rooted in more than just habit, share your story or thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue supporting one another as we navigate our paths towards wholeness. If you found value in this discussion, please hit the like button, subscribe to Tales from the Attic, and share this video to help spread awareness. There's so much more to explore in Jungian psychology and its impact on our lives, so stay tuned for our next episode. Remember, true healing comes from within, and every step on this journey brings us closer to the genuine, compassionate connection we all crave.